Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Friday, June 15th, 2012. There's a lot to cover on the charts, so let's jump right into the S&P 500 E-mini futures. We will use the U contract this morning as soon as it pops up there. And we are trading higher by 1.25 points to 1327.50 this morning. Futures have come off their highs as the dollar has caught a little bit of a bid. You can take a look at the U.S. dollar index now. You'll see the dollar has caught a little bit of a bid. As the dollar moves up, the market's been retreating. However, now the dollar's pulling back here. Maybe the S&P 500 E-mini futures will catch a little bit of a bid. Either way, it looks like a flat opening. You're going to have a lot of events go on this weekend and early next week, so I think traders are really on pause mode for the most part. Yesterday, the markets did have that big breakout move on the back of some news or rumors that came out about a global coordinated effort by the central banks around the world. So they're just going to throw more money at the problem, and that's going to solve everything. We've been going through this for a long, long time, but that's exactly what they're going to do, or they're saying they're going to do. G20 central banks are planning global liquidity efforts, and they're going to just throw money at the problem. That's going to solve everything. We'll see how it works out. What this tells us really when this happens is how big of a problem this really is. So traders should just be on guard and a little bit cautious, because these big rallies could fade just as fast as they occur. So you never want to see moves go up that quickly. Easy up, easy down, easy down, easy up. It's all the same stuff. Looks like Moody's downgraded some Dutch banks, so that's also going to could affect the markets a little bit. I think ING, which is a very popular bank, has been downgraded as well, and I think it has a negative outlook on that one. So again, there's some big problems out there brewing, and we'll just have to watch and see how this market plays out ahead of these Greek elections, which are this Sunday coming up. Let's talk a little bit about oil and gold, and we'll see where we are in this market. There's not a lot on a Friday as far as stocks are concerned, but let's take a look at oil and gold, and we'll look at the European and Asian markets real quickly. Looks like gold is up $2 today to $16.22 an ounce. Oil is up 18 cents to 84.07. To be honest, when I see gold and oil not trading up all that much, I have a hard time believing this this European or coordinated global bailout by the central bankers. It just doesn't seem like the market is really saying that they're going to inflate things by printing money. So again, I think it's more of a snow job here, and they're just trying to sell the traders on that. But either way, we'll have to watch the market closely. Take a look at the GLD today. Really, overall, it's getting a nice spike now, but has not done all that much from yesterday's close. It was trading around 157.75. You're trading at 158.33. So decent little pop here, but I think it's more due to the dollar selling off right now. And you take a look at the dollar quickly, you'll see that the dollar just came in pretty sharply. So dollar falls, gold should get a bid. That's normally how it works. If the dollar stays strong, I don't think there's going to be much of a bid there for gold. So gold is getting a little bit of a pump, a little bit of a pop here, but not all that much. Let's take a look at USO. May see something similar, and you do. USO is getting a little bit of a bid here now in the pre-market. Again, it closed at 31.73. It's at 31.80. It's not a big deal, but you see how that you have that green candle coming up, and that's simply because it looks like the dollar has started to retreat, and that's the only way really for the central banks to get the market up, is to deflate the dollar and inflate stocks, commodities, and the such. So we'll see if that can happen for a few more days. I think it's always possible. But again, watch that dollar chart very, very closely. It's the most important chart in the market at this time. So gold is up a little bit, just a touch. Oil is up a little bit. If the dollar falls lower, expect those two to move higher. Now, all of the European markets are up this morning. It looks like you have the German DAX up 1.25%. Italy is up. The MIB is up 1.82, and the IBEX 35 is up 0.2%. Looks like the French CAC 40 is up 1.6%, and the FTSE 100, which can print their own money, they have really nothing to do with the euro, but they can be affected by it, they're up 0.3%. So even yesterday, England came out and they said that they're likely to increase their quantitative easing further. So it's just, let's throw more money at the problem and it'll get solved. But I don't know. I don't necessarily buy into that one. So we'll see how it all plays out. Now, last night the Asian markets all rallied higher. The Shanghai was only up 0.5% or 11 points. Australia was up 0.4%. But the big winner last night was the Hang Seng, which was up over 2%. The Nikkei was flat, and the Sensex index was up 1.63%. So if the markets are strong today by some chance, traders may want to watch the Indian ADRs. Tata Motors is already gapping up. Let's take a look at Infosys. That's another one. Looks like it's trading up a little bit. And then you have the India Fund, which is not doing anything in the pre-market, but this one has a chance for a little bit of a bid. So this has some upside in it. So watch the Indian ADRs today if the U.S. markets are strong. If the U.S. markets are weak, I'm not going to expect much movement out of those Indian ADRs. I think they could stall out a little bit, or really not do too much. But right now, the Indian ADRs should be in play this morning if the U.S. markets hold up around the opening bell, just because India was up pretty decently last night, and that index has been a roller coaster ride as well. But up 1.63% last night. That's a decent move in the index. There looks like there's some economic news out, so we'll switch right back to the futures right here at 8:30. I think we do have some economic news coming out. Futures right now are only up a point. June Empire State Index is out. I think they're reading it at 2.29. So I'm not sure how well that's going to move the market one way or the other, but it's really not doing much. And you see the futures have come down. We're a little bit oversold here, so I would not be surprised of a bounce. But again, we're going to leave it here today, and we'll watch how this market plays out. But either way, watch the dollar. The dollar goes down, the markets will get a bid. If the dollar goes up, the markets could be in some trouble. It is a Friday. The markets have a lot of news to digest over the weekend. Sunday is the Greek vote. Will they stay in the euro? Will they not? Who's going to be elected? A lot coming out of Greece, but I think we're on to bigger things now with Spain and Italy, and Greece is more of an afterthought. Ultimately, I think they will be leaving the euro before it's all said and done. With that said, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll see you all on the charts come Monday, and we'll have a lot more for you at that time. Take care, everybody.